All right, I've got 3 more decks to show you that I don't use that you might be interested in. These are, from my research, a little harder to get your hands on, and there's a little bit of a demand for them. But I'd be interested to chat if you really want them. The first one is the weirdest of the 3. I don't entirely know why I bought this. I thought it would be collectible. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, it's the Ansata Tarot. It does have a larger white book. It comes in this collectible case, suitable for, whatever. This is a major only deck. Again, never really used it. I think I got this from the Tarot Garden. I do like the art. It's a bit grim. There was some nudity in this deck. Feels sort of esoteric, kind of old-fashioned style lovers card. The Chariot's interesting in that it's weirdly subservient. I don't know. It's a nice collector's item. I like the Hermit. The reason I never worked with this is that it was a majors only deck, and that wasn't what I was looking for. I also think it was an impulse buy because it wasn't cheap. I mean, it wasn't $100,000 either. It was just not. It's an interesting one. So, that's that deck. I like the size of it. I like the shape of the cards. Interesting. Collectible. Not all that common. This next one is apparently kind of in demand and was really popular, and I didn't realize it when I bought it, because if I had, I probably would have kept the book. I don't know what I did with the book. But I do have the little spread cloth that came with it. If you know what deck I'm talking about, you know that this is just a sort of piece of nylon with a Celtic cross spread screened onto it. This is the Mythic Tarot by Tricia Newell, 1986. I bought this deck. I took it out of the box. I promptly lost the book and the box, and never touched it again. Never used it. I might have looked through it. But this is a pretty popular deck. I had no idea. Why didn't I use it? I don't know. I think the cardstock was a little rough, and it was hard to shuffle, potentially. I gave up on decks so easily back then. I don't know. I think it's not what I was expecting either. And I just didn't rejoice with it, because as you can see, I had so many, and I was still trying to find the one I liked to focus my energy on, which wound up, after a fashion, being the Rider-Waite anyway. The one I was trying to run away from ended up being the one I spent the most time with. So, it's really pretty. I don't know what to say about it. I honestly don't even remember looking at it. It was an impulse buy. I think I saw it on clearance somewhere. I was like, I used to go, back when bookstores existed, back in the days of old, I would just go and buy whatever was like new or interesting or that I didn't have or whatever, and I don't really do that anymore. I wound up with this deck. Wish I still had the book so that I could give you that too, but I do have that fancy spread cloth, though. This last one, from my research and looking around, is kind of is one of the big daddies of decks that people want and have a hard time finding. I'm pretty sure this is out of print. I'm pretty sure. Looking at eBay, looking at Amazon, looking at, I know that there's inflated prices there, but it seems like based on this, it's not. There's not a lot of copies that are gettable, and people who have it really like it. I did like it, and again, you just it's sitting here. I'm not using it. I can't see myself using it because I have stacks of things I'm really trying to connect with. This is the Nigel Jackson Tarot. From the brief period in 2000-ish when Llewellyn put together these fantastic deck and book sets that fit together in this lovely way. So here it was like a larger book than you got, but so it wasn't like a big novel length book, but it was like for a little white book, it was pretty good. It was pretty dope. And then it slid in here, and then you got the cards in their box, and the cards actually fit into the box, and then everything fit into this nice sleeve. And it made you feel so cozy and warm and just excited, and then they stopped doing that. Llewellyn, you're killing me with these giant sets. Anyway, the Nigel Jackson Tarot is an interesting one. First of all, check out that dope back. Huh? Love it. I don't even think I've ever read with this deck. So when I got this, I don't know. I think I had this attitude about the fact that he switched wands and swords in their elemental correspondences. Wands in this deck are air. Swords are fire. As you'll see in a minute, he had the brazen, attitude that made him go and put the Latinate term on the aces so that I felt like I couldn't forget about it. I don't know. It's like a great, beautiful deck. I'm sure I read with it once or twice, and then I just said, okay, what's next? In the Way of Youth. But looking at it now, I sort of don't want to give it away or sell it even, because it's really beautiful. It's white. This deck's so white. Tarot, so white. Looking past that, though, you get a really lovely set of art. It's a beautiful deck. I love the Hermit. The Hermit is one of those cards where I know I'm going to hate a deck if I hate the Hermit. It's one of those guidepost cards for me. The Fool is another. People often let me down with the Fool, I gotta say. I don't think anybody's done a better Fool than Ms. Pamela Coleman Smith, in my humble opinion. I like this death card. I like that he's playing the drums. I don't know why. Whoops. Yeah, what was I saying? I was going on a tangent, as I do. So these are the majors. I love this art. How could you not, really? I wonder why this went out of print. I'm often curious about how that works. Now, here's where we get into, like, how dare he, right? So here we've got fire in our swords. Ugh, slander. What you get with the minors is a kind of Pip Waite Smith combo. So the tool of the suit is not engaged with in the way that Pamela Coleman Smith does it. She doesn't have the tools in the hands of the characters, but you still get a similar feeling. Let's look at some of the other suits. Cups are still water, pentacles are still earth. I think they're coins in this deck. Yeah. It's very muted, but very rich at the same time. I really like this deck a lot. But again, I'm not using it. It's just sitting here, and there's a stack of decks that I'm in love with that I really want to sit down and work with. So this again is one that in my research costs. I'm not like looking to make money, but I do think it's worth looking at talking about. Market value, say, because I could easily give this away and then give someone a lot of money. I don't know if these are decks you're really interested in, especially these last three that are kind of harder to find, just reach out to me. You can message me or comment. We'll chat. You know, and we'll see what we can work out. I'm not whatever. Um, so yeah, those are the ones I got to offer. Let me know if any of them are interesting. I'm gonna get with the eclectic forum as well, and put them there once I never joined that forum for some reason, so I'm doing that too. But anyway, that's what I got. Have a great weekend.